All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Monday, April 1st slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went 1-0 on the game picks. I gave out the Spurs plus 8.5 against the Warriors. Really was hoping for the Warriors' demise. They ended up winning, but the Spurs, they did end up covering, only losing by 4 points. So shout out Wimby for doing all he could.
Yeah, I don't know in one day. Had the New York Knicks on the money line against the Thunder. All-time collapse in the fourth quarter. The Knicks defense, I think they allowed 40 and a game winner to Shea, who, by the way, was not supposed to play in this game. He had a fadeaway bank shot with 2 seconds left. Unbelievable shot. Jalen Brunson had a shot at the end, but a clank off the front rim on a fadeaway for himself as well. So 0-1 day with the New York Mets. New York Mets. Got baseball in mind. New York Knicks. So tough loss there. Trey, let's go to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went 1-0 here as well. I gave out Rudy Gobert to go over 27.5 PRs versus the Bulls. Gobert, he finished with 29. So shout out him for coming through in the clutch for us.
Yeah, and I had Colin Sexton over 25.5 points. He finished with 21. The Jazz got ran off the court in the third quarter. Colin Sexton didn't play full minutes, but he had 21 points, had a chance, just was a bad play again by myself. So 0-1 day there. Trey, let's go to the picks for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about what might be the best game on the slate, honestly. This Atlanta Hawks going against the Chicago Bulls game. And this is going to be a very entertaining game to watch. We're watching a future play-in matchup. The Bulls, they're currently the 9th seed, and the Hawks, they are the 10th seed. So these two teams, they might be playing for real stakes in a couple of weeks. And these two teams, they've actually already played twice in this season already. One game in Atlanta and one in Chicago. And the Bulls, they won both those games by an average score of 127 to 119. So winning by an average of 8 points per game. And I expect the Bulls to kind of continue that dominance here. Give me the Bulls on the money line in this game. It is juiced to minus 142. So I'm actually going to be flipping that over to minus 2.5. It's already got a little bit more juicy after I got done researching. But I expect the Bulls to consistently pull away in this game. That's because their offense is honestly pretty efficient. That's because they do not turn the ball over. Chicago, they only average 12 turnovers per game, which is the third lowest in the entire NBA. And they're also top 10 in offensive rebounding. So they're not going to give away opportunities, and they're going to get extra ones. And that's what I love to see from my teams. So in my opinion, we're just going to see the Bulls just progressively pull away from the Hawks in this game, which that is a key because the Hawks, they've been scoring a ton of points here recently, but their defense has continued to be hot garbaggio, where they've allowed the third most points per game. And with this being a home game for the Bulls, I feel like that's only going to help us out. Give me the veteran-laden team here in this big game. I'm going with the Bulls minus 2.5 now versus the Hawks.
Yeah, Trey, like that play for you. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the Portland Trail Blazers going on the road to face off against the Magic. I'm taking the Magic minus 50.5 in this spot to blow out Portland. It's a laundry list of injuries again for the Blazers. We have Robert Williams out, Sharp's out, Kamara's out, Anthony Simons is out, Matisse Thybulle's out, Jeremy Grant out, Malcolm Brogdon, Trey. You were supposed to say out. Anyway, for the Atlanta Magic, we have nobody listed on the injury report, and we have nobody expected to sit out in this game for rest because it's not a back-to-back spot. The Blazers in their last game against Miami Heat, they lost by 60 points. It was not a typo. It is 60 points on the road. They're going to be running out basically the exact same starting five for that game. The only player we probably have to worry about is DeAndre Ayton and maybe Scoot Henderson, but I think Henderson, he set the record in the last game for the worst plus-minus in NBA history, so we probably want him on the floor here. The Orlando Magic this season, they're one of the best teams in the league, and they're fighting for that fourth seed in the Eastern Conference. They really need that spot as well in order to get home court advantage for the first playoff series. They play suffocating defense, and whenever the defense is thriving, the offense always improves. And we saw that against Memphis the last game they played. They put up 118 points, only allowed 88. This has everything we need for an Orlando Magic blowout spot. So give me them here, minus 15.5 at home as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Devin Booker for my prop, and I'm going to take him to go over his points against the Pelicans. I really love this over for Booker in this game. I expect we're going to see him go off and put the Suns on his back, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first one is because this is a road game, and the second one is his matchup versus the Pelicans. We've seen Booker show up in the road games for the Suns this year because in his 32 road games, Booker, he's averaging 28.3 points per game, which is over his season-long average. So he's averaging more points on the road, and I really like his matchup here versus the Pelicans. We're going to see him show up in this game versus Zion because in Booker's last 5 games versus Zion, he's averaging a massive 34.4 points per game and has scored 52-plus points against the Pelicans in back-to-back games. So he's coming in this game with some serious momentum behind him. Give me Devin Booker to go over his points versus the Pelicans.
Yeah, I like that play there, Trey. For my prop tonight, It's going to be Pascal Siakam to go under his total points going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Pascal Siakam, he's been on a tear lately, putting up 25-plus points in 4 of his last 6 games. He struggled against the Bulls, only taking 7 shots in that game, and he struggled because Chicago's the best team at defending the paint in the NBA this season. He bounced back with a 22-point performance against the Lakers in the last game, and in this stretch of games, whenever he scores 25-plus points, he shot the ball at least 15 times per game. I said all these positive things about him because he's playing some pretty good basketball over this stretch of games, but he's going to get another tough matchup in the paint against the Brooklyn Nets. They're a top 10 team this season at guarding the paint, only allowing 48.2 points per game compared to Chicago's 46 per game, which he only scored 14 points against that Chicago Bulls team. On the road this season for the Brooklyn Nets, they're also very good on the road defending inside. They have the exact same numbers defending on the inside than they do at home, so I have no worries for the defense traveling in this game. This number's probably going to come out around 23.5, 24.5 because of the way he's been playing. I think it's just going to be a little bit too high. We saw him struggle against Chicago inside. I think he's going to struggle again against the Brooklyn Nets on the inside with the defense. Give me Pascal Siakam here under his total points as the play. Trey, let's go to that graphic. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, like I said, I got to pivot, and I'm taking the Bulls minus 2.5 now against the Hawks. The money line play is a good money line play for me. I'm going to throw in that into a money line parlay, but I'm going to be going with the Bulls minus 2.5 here. They're at home. They're going to dominate. Also going with Devin Booker over his points versus the Pelicans. I feel like we're going to see him put the team on his back like he always does on the road, especially going up against a team he loves playing against in the Pelicans.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Magic here, minus 50.5 against the Nets. What am I doing? Magic minus 50.5 against the Portland Trailblazers as the play there. Magic's at home. They're going to blow out Portland. And they can be Pascal Siakam under his total points against the Nets. There we go. That's the right one. Pascal Siakam going up against that top 10 interior paint defense. I think he's going to struggle in that game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Monday, April 1st slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe down below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,